What's up, guys? My name is Ted Darklaw, and with me, as always, is the Black Knight. We are the co-owners of Hello Dope Toys, hellodopetoys.com, and this show is Hello Dope. Aaron, how the hell you doing?
It's bedtime yet?
Almost, friend. Almost. We got a little bit more to get through, and then we'll be nice and cozies. You and me cuddled up together.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Now
a
we're
cold
talking.
winter night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, baby.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good,
So
man.
you had a busy week, I hear.
A busy week is an understatement, as you know that this lovely time of year brings heavy business. And when
It does.
half of your working crew members are graduating from high school, they all call off. And when you're getting smacked with all these large orders and no one to do it with, hey, you do what you got to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. Well, I don't miss it, but it's fine. It's fine. Well, as people are pouring in right now, Aaron, we got a big drop coming tonight. A big old spelunker here. So, these tariffs, they've been bringing people down, and everyone's like, oh, the cost of my toys are so expensive now. But, our buddy Radnom, he came to us and he said, I'm about to drop a playset, and it's going to be tariff free.
What?
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. So we're gonna, we're not gonna mess around too much here. Let's just go ahead and get this guy in and get this party started. Please welcome Random Diorama. There it is.
The wizard.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Man, the applause. Thank you.
Yes. It'll die down eventually. They get really worked up,
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. So, you guys seem like you're a little wore out today, huh?
So the joys of our jobs, we always on that grind. So while most people get to go to work and then come home and sit with their family and just watch stupid stuff on TV, we got to do a whole other job and deal with stressful things all the time. It's fine though. It's fine. We love it. You probably know how that is. You're always on the grind, Radnom. Always.
Pretty true. I definitely have been the last couple of weeks with all this 3D printing that's been going on. So
yeah, we're about to unveil your stuff here very, very soon. But before we get into that, Radnom, you've been here before. We have to ask the question. Aaron, my friend, what are you sipping on?
Same day, same drink. Can't change it up today. But the spiked orange soda by yours truly, still reserved.
Wow.
I know, right? Shocking, isn't it?
That's amazing. Didn't expect that.
One day I'm going to switch it up on you guys. You're like, oh my God, what happened? But nope.
Yeah.
Same old. All right, Ted.
Shit.
What's in the cup?
Well, Aaron, in my trusty Hella Dope mug, I have coffee because I do be a sleepy boy. And then, look, man, it's the same old here, dude. We got the Saratoga train chugging along. Now that the guy from Twitter has calmed down a little bit, I can find my Saratogas again, and things are back to normal. And then I got some smart water because I'm dumb. Yeah,
interesting.
But Radnom, you know the drill, my friend.
Sure.
What are you sipping on?
Well, I don't know if you guys remember the last time. I don't know if it was the last time or the time before, but it's very similar. We have my cup that is full of water from a Brita pitcher, but it is stained with Earl Grey tea because I really need to wash it and I'm being nasty. We have
We're not judging.
Water as a backup. We have, hold on, Old Man Seltzer.
All right.
in case I get some little, evil heap of bubbling while the show's going on. And we have some Gatorade with my receipt taped to it right there. So
I mean,
Yeah,
you
we can't give
sound
away
loaded.
sponsorships like that to Gatorade.
I know,
you know?
I know. And if you guys see me get up for a pee break at 30 minutes in, you will understand why that happened.
Yeah,
I
that's
was just
that's.
horrible the show.
You have more drinks than me. More drinks than me. Like I remember when we had the Mega Powers on, Gaines was on, and he was just like, "Bro, do you have a fucking toilet underneath you?" And I'm like,
Yeah, I didn't even show the peanut butter crackers, man, just in case, it gets
I
hairy.
mean, you gotta have a snack. You know
Yeah.
me. I'm always eating something normally.
Aaron's always eating on stream. Drives me crazy.
Yeah, but none today. We had
He's
Chipotle.
always like-
So
I think there was one stream where he left to go get some Wingstop that his wife brought or something. Like he's like, "All right, I'll be back in 10 minutes." The screen just goes black. You just hear some smacking. I'm like, "What's going on?" He's like, I mean, I don't blame you. You got to eat them when they're hot, but
exactly.
That sounds familiar. I am having some PTSD from that. But we got a lively bunch in here. So let's say what's up to the chat.
Will do. Who we got in y'all? First and foremost, we have Rollkeeper with his hella dopers listening from work. Well, I hope you have a good night at work, my friend.
Love that. I love that he's hanging out with us while he's at work because he dipped on us for a little bit, and I was offended at first. I was like, "Where's our buddy Rollkeeper?" But then he's like, "Oh, yeah, night work." But now he's being sneaky, and I like it.
he got acclimated.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we can't have a stream without the one and only Miss Stacy Hatch. Hello, Stacy.
What's up, Stacy?
And then Head Cannon, who I had a nice conversation with him, Makari. How you doing, man? It's funny because now I've had Head Cannon and Mache on through Makari. Like, hey, don't you just buy it from the thing?
Yeah, just go buy it from the website, y'all.
Yeah,
we get our money faster that way.
Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. And of course we have a Patrick. I heard you were out there putting boots to the ground, man, getting this some promo work done for this 1/18th set. So thank you for the hard work you've been putting in there, sir.
Fatrid's very supportive. Thank you, Fatrid.
And of course we have Robert in Infinite Realms. It's hella dope and Janae time. Yes, it is. Always. The Titan, hail to the hella dope duo and the Hellions in the chat. Let's fucking go. My son's down here, so I can't say it too loud.
Let's fucking go.
He heard me anyway. It's fine. Yeah, exactly. I said the same thing, Ted. Jeff Morris, hashtag it's Chad Raid.
Ooh.
Hello.
What?
Yeah, Chad showed us some love on his stream, which we appreciate.
Oh, awesome.
Hopefully, if he's back on Sunday regularly, TGIS is back in full swing.
There we go.
Thank you, Chad.
And then, of course, we have a Puck with Toys. Hello. How's it going? Good day.
And Lawrence Nice, he has some photography that he's done for us that I'm going to share today because he's a real photographer, and I appreciate him as a photographer of toys.
Yeah, make sure
Maybe he will grace us with some of his masterful stop motion as well, which was extremely fun to watch last time. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's Jay Gonzo. How's it going, man?
Jay.
Dude bros. What's up, man?
Dude bros.
Menjoza. What's up? How's it going? We got Junkyard Crossing Builds. Good to see you, sir. Of course, the wife is sitting next to me doing schoolwork, so hello. Oh, apparently she's playing Wheel of Fortune with my son.
And not doing work.
Right, not doing work. They're playing Wheel of Fortune. Gotcha. Heard. HGC, he's present. Heard that. Yo, Jerk, what's up, Jerk? How you doing, man? What's up, Hello Gang? Good to see you, good
see
sir,
you, man.
And you can't, Patrick. Where you been, man? It feel like it's been forever since last time I've seen you pop in. But welcome back. And then, of course, our moderator, the mostest with the ghostess. Happy Hello Dope Day. All you scoundrels. Thank you, sir.
The mostest with the ghostest.
Yes. Apparently my Wi-Fi is acting stupid again. We have Cooter's Garage. What's up, gang? What's up, man? How's it going?
Cooter.
Robert says, tariff free. That was a quick transition to U.S. manufacturing.
We found a way.
Oh yeah, always. And of course, we got the one and only Miss Allison Troy, the retro toy princess.
Hello,
Allison, how you
Alice.
doing today? Matthew Matson, how's it going, man? The Gray Wizard has arrived. He is here.
Indeed.
The Titan says, "What? A well-timed video from Ted on a sipping segment? What's going on here?"
Look, I'm on my game today, which means I'm gonna fuck the rest of the show up.
Oh yeah. No, that's definitely.
Oh yeah, the rest of the show's fucked.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yep. We got this guy over here. Random diorama.
Oh, ignore that guy.
Yeah. That
We
guy
try.
keeps popping in with his foolishness.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the one and only Tressa Screamer. He is here. Sadly, NASCAR has stolen his wife again. That, or she's still mad at him for Star Wars Smash or Pass. You know.
Yeah. That was a
Yeah,
good time.
it
That was a
was.
good time.
Damn it, I didn't bring my umbrella.
There is a storm a brewing, Radnom, and you know what? I know you've been on the show before.
It's true.
But you've never gone through the lightning round.
This stuff. All right. Don't expect serious answers. Go ahead.
I didn't know you were supposed to.
First, we have to lay out the rules, Radnom. Okay? You're going to get 10 questions. You need to answer them as quickly as possible before time runs out. If time runs out, a giant sky beam comes and destroys us all. How much time do you have? Fuck if I know. We'll just have to wait and see. So with that,
Way too long.
let's get our lightning round music going. Oh yeah. Radnom, are you ready?
Yes.
You've been invited to the Eternia Ball. What hat are you wearing?
This one.
Correct. How much would you have to be paid to shave your beard?
$500 on this stream.
Correct. Name a song that you're embarrassed about liking.
Time after time.
Correct. Also would have accepted Umbop by Hanson.
That's my fair point right there.
In the Twilight series, were you Team Edward or Team Jacob?
Never watched the Twilight series.
Correct.
Most
Who's the
correct
best Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle?
Donatello.
Correct. We also would have accepted Raphael, who is actually the best Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. You were surrounded by midgets. How many do you think you can successfully defeat before they overtake you?
I will make friends with them all and put them to work making dioramas.
Correct. Oompa Loompas galore. Name a diorama creator that you admire.
Boy, there's a bunch of them. Let's go with Spoilers Workshop.
Correct. How many times are Aaron and I going to bicker on tonight's show?
We don't have enough bandwidth for that answer.
Correct. What is the superior scale, 1/12 or 1/18?
Well, tonight it is definitely 118.
Correct. When you hear the first few seconds of this song, are you hoping that it's Ice Ice Baby or Under Pressure?
I'm hoping that this lightning round is over.
Correct. That is it. You win. You survived the lightning round.
Very cool.
And somebody asked me, Crowd, calm down. Crowd, calm down, please. Calm down. Somebody had asked me,
Guys. All right, you. You're good. Yeah, we're used to.
Somebody had asked me about these pieces of paper. I used to use index cards, but there's like literally nothing written on these. There's like one or two words, like, and I just have to remember the whole fucking.
Well, that's pretty
thing.
good. I thought they were like maybe backs of peel off shipping labels or something you're just throwing around. But
They have been, they have been. But I went through too many of my daughter's index cards, so now I just cut up little pieces of paper. But Radnam, you're here for a reason, and I think maybe we should just get into it right now and
Sure.
unveil your new 1/18th catwalk playset. Radnam, what the fuck am I looking at right here?
So you were looking at random pieces that I've kind of been working on, and it kind of just came together into a 1/18th 3D printed play set. So I'm going to hopefully, if people are interested in these, continue to make some other pieces that kind of bolt onto this. It's a modular design. You got really squished, distorted photos, courtesy of Ted, and that's thank you, Ted, for that. It doesn't actually look like that, but you get the color scheme anyway. And
there we go.
thank
That
you.
was better.
It's cool, man. It's cool. They know what it looks like. It's up on Instagram now as well. But yeah, you get the two consoles pictured there, the short one, the long one, the catwalk, the stairs, and the three barrels. I was trying to incorporate multicolor printing into this without, because anyone who's used a multicolor 3D printer, filament printer, knows it takes a long time. Yeah, there's that one. That's a cool shot right there. I was getting a little carried away, eating up my desk space, just playing, and I needed to get back to work. But it's crazy because all this started with DFW Joe show last year. And when I went to DFW Joe show, first of all, I met a guy there that told me, oh, if you're looking at a new printer, you should get one of the Bamboo Labs ones. So that's how I actually got started on that whole printing journey with the multicolor printing. And also, that's why I built those, those gun turrets in the back for that diorama, that I was like, man, I need a catwalk to go here. And then it just kind of came together from there. So, yeah, it's partially planned, partially unplanned. And it's been kind of interesting. So
yeah, so this is actually live on the Hella Dope Toys website right now, and we're gonna talk about shipping and all that stuff in a little bit. But right now, people can buy it, and there are 20, right, that are currently in stock. Is that correct?
So we're gonna do a quick ship within the next week or so. I'll get them over to Hella Dope of 20 units. But there's going to be more. There'll be pre-orders available after that. All the ones that we do sell on the show, I'll show it here in a second, but there's one piece that I didn't make. I'm not going to make for everything else. It's just a little railing, so just as a little extra that you will get for buying it while the show is live. It was going to be for the original 20, the first 20, but you know what? If it goes over 20 on the show, we'll just do it for all the ones that go on the show. Just, why not? And but only the first 20 will ship to Hella Dope this week. The other ones will go with the next batch shortly thereafter, just depending on how many ordered. It'll be sometime within the next month, probably. So.
And, we shipped out some samples, to some influencers out there, and this was pretty light. It's roughly a little over a pound. So shipping on this is pretty cheap, which I think is great. So it's gonna, once it comes to us, it's gonna arrive quickly, and it won't be an absurd shipping cost like you would think it would be from a play set, but. If they haven't gone to the website yet to look at it, let's talk about the price point, because I'm sure everybody is curious about that.
Right. So, I mean, it's simple. The price point is $49.99. And that's it. There's really not much more to talk about. It's
$49.99.
$49.99. That's it.
$49.99. That's it. Shut up.
That's what it is. So, and, that's we're making them, and we're shipping them, and there they are. Now, I'm going to switch my camera over for a minute. If you want to put me
Full screen.
on for 1 second, yeah. So just to show everyone, because I know how this, people are. I don't have this reputation, but I know people have bought things in the toy community before and had problems. So I'm just showing you guys. There are, in fact, tons of parts sitting behind me. These are real and in existence right now. So that's most of the pieces for the 20 sets. I have printers going right now. There's one there printing barrels, and I got more of these long consoles right here printing in the other room on one of the other printers, because I actually had to buy another printer. But yeah, we got all this stuff here, and I'll even show the railing right quick. Although you're going to see the normal listing. This is the catwalk, and that rail piece on the back is not going to be available normally, but it's going to come with all the orders that ship during this live stream. So just a little extra piece. Nothing major, but it makes it look cool. All right.
Awesome.
Probably should have taken a large picture of that, but didn't quite have time.
We got orders coming in already.
Sweet.
So that is very, very exciting. Oh yeah, lots of orders coming in already, which is awesome. And here in a few minutes, we're gonna take a look at some photos because A Punk with Toys did get an early copy of this set, and he was nice enough to take some pictures with it, not only with some various 1/18th scale figures, but he also attempted to dabble in 1/12 because a lot of our viewers are 1/12 fans. So he was seeing if this could also fall into their realm. I think he was kind of about it, but he still got some pretty interesting shots. So I think this could work for 1/12 people as well if they were creative enough. Now, I want to ask, so the colors are there. We had Mikey on last week from JMK Custom Works.
Yeah.
And we were talking a lot about painting. So how easy is this to paint for the customizers? They get it and they want to put it into their world and maybe dirty it up or rough it up.
Yeah. I mean, some general, roughing it up is going to be pretty easy. Grimy paint is going to be super. I just read your message, Aaron. Grimy paint is going to be super easy to go on there, and like silver bits or something. Anyone who's a customizer has probably tried to paint a 3D printed filament print, and they know sometimes the paint doesn't stick super great right off the bat. But if you're careful, maybe you sand a little here and there, or you put a clear coat on top, you can paint it. That's up to you. I like the color, but everyone can customize whatever they want, obviously. Those little barrels, I didn't glue them in. Those consoles in the barrels, they're going to be very difficult to pry out, but you could technically pry them out and kind of place them around if you wanted to. There's one right here. They're actually, they're actually pretty neat, So I wanted to mix some monocolor prints and not take as much time and still have some color popping out of there. So yeah, these can I pull it out with my hand? Nah, I'll need something to pry it out. But you'd end up with a little situation like this. Maybe you can have this laying on top, and it's got some customizability and some modularity there for setting up a scene or something, if you really wanted to dig it apart like that. Now, all these pieces are glued together with super glue. So I did my best to fit them together mechanically on some parts, but some parts is super glue. But fortunately, if anything comes apart, just a little bit of super glue will hold together. But haven't had any problems. Everything seems to be pretty solid so far.
So I know we kind of covered this. We got some more people in here. So this is what they are purchasing. So it comes with this catwalk piece, the stairs, 3 barrels, and 2 computer terminals. And anybody who purchases one during this show will also get that bonus railing piece. Is that correct? Are we missing anything in this picture?
You got it.
Awesome. And you said they are modular, so you can buy a few and connect them all together and make kind of like a
Yeah.
square or whatever.
Right. And one of the ideas that came in from someone was they were going to put it around, I think their Robo Skull or something like that. You know, and I mean, it is a catwalk, so it has quite a bit of. You can make a command pit. You could do all kinds of stuff with it. I'm playing, but I'm terrible about when I make stuff. I don't even want to get rid of them usually. I don't even sell half my dioramas anymore. We're selling these, but I start playing with them. And I don't want to get rid of stuff I'm making half the time. But yeah, it'll be cool. And if these, do well and there's support and interest in them, I will be making some additional pieces. I already have some things designed already that I'm working on. I had to stop with that because I had to get into production mode. And I'm just one dude, so if I'm trying to do too many things, I don't get anywhere. So I had to stop with that and do production mode. But there will be hopefully more additional sets that will tie into this one if the response is good.
Okay, cool. So it's like you are making play sets that are world building. Like I think of Motu, right? We had Castle Grayskull and Snake Mountain, but like those don't connect. They're just two separate things. But you're saying down the road you can make other play sets that also attach to this, and you can just keep expanding your world.
Yes. Now attach. They might just sit next to it, but they will definitely, it'll go along seamlessly. It'll look like they belong together for sure.
Awesome. Man, so the first there's 20 in stock. I'm repeating this for anybody that came in. Those are coming to us, so they are while they're live on the site and they are listed as in stock. They are shipping to us, so it's not going to be next business day for this particular item. We're going to go over that more in a little bit, and then everything else is going to fall under pre-order, which will come along later. I'm going to pull us back here again, and we are on the wrong screen. But man, Aaron, what are your thoughts? You're seeing some stuff come through, so
you're muted, Aaron.
Sorry, I'm the kid over here. So, we got a little sneaky peek a couple days ago. So, I liked what I saw, and unlike the last time we had this little rigmarole, I feel more confident in this, and the people right now are really responding to it. A couple big beefy orders coming in, so they definitely want multiple pieces. So I think you really hit a home run on this one. And especially if you're looking to, expand further on this, depending on what that is, I think you've got something that's going to really, take off and continue to go until you run out of ideas.
Well, that's awesome. And the thing about this is like I said, a lot of it came from going to the DFW Joe show last year, and I just feel like, and Fat Red's on me about it all the time in my stream too, and that the 1/18th community is really a good spot for the whole world building thing, and I don't know. It just seemed like a good spot. Also, just the way that 3D printing has come along with the multicolor stuff is just way different than what I was dealing with 5 years ago with my marginally functional printers that I had back then. So it's definitely, things just kind of lined up for this, I think. So I'm glad to hear that people are responding well so far. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, the website definitely blew up. I know Aaron's looking at it live. I'm not looking at the site live, but I can feel it in my pants. I can tell you guys that every time you buy something from Hella Dope Toys, I feel it in my
Ted gets a smirk.
The loins.
So this chat is blowing up with comments and questions. So before we go look at some of the uses for this playset, let's talk to these people, because man, they lit right up. Radnom, awesome. You really knocked it out of the park tonight.
Yes, indeed. And just a heads up of where we are currently. We've already sold through 15 sets.
In 5 minutes.
In 5 minutes. So
holy shit, guys.
Very cool.
All right, where are we at? This goes back to your lightning round there, Ratnam. Ed says, I figured your song would be I'm Too Sexy by Right Said Fred.
Why would I be embarrassed about that, Ed?
I mean, there's only too much sexiness in one building.
Yeah, I mean, I
mean, unless you're trying to bring it back.
That one I might be embarrassed about, actually.
Fair enough. HGC says, I'm always pumped for either I Jam to Ice Ice Baby or Under Pressure.
Fair.
Two great songs, man. Emerald Knight says, this looks great. He also made a purchase, so I know he's going to be getting that camera ready and making some cool shots. So looking forward to seeing that Emerald when you get them.
Yeah, I saw later he said it's going to come in handy for Delta 17 photos, and I was chatting with the guys over at Delta 17, and they seemed like they really liked them too because I use the figures in the photos, so that's very cool.
13th Prince, how's it going, man? Good to see you. He says, good evening, everyone. Gonna have to catch this one on the old replay squad. Well, when you get to this point, thank you, good sir. Who else we got here? We got SCS Dog. What's up? Aloha. Good to see you.
Hello.
Punk says, this set is fun. I've had a lot of fun with it, even if I don't have a rail.
And please everyone, Punk.
We got Maurice Phillips. How's it going, man? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And of course, Emerald Knight just said he got his.
Thank you.
Trusted Screamer says, I'm a 1/12 scale guy myself, but totally appreciate the love put into this. We talked kind of, before all this, and I know you got some photos kind of showing off some 1/12 stuff. The catwalk you can definitely use in 1/12, right? Yeah. Like it does fit.
The catwalk and the stairs will work for 1/12 scale figures. It'll just look like a maintenance catwalk. Like if you were next to a pipe in like a crawl space, it's going to look like a much smaller catwalk instead of like a broad catwalk in like a command center kind of situation in 1/18. Now the consoles, they won't scale unless you use like force perspective or something. They're going to look too small. The barrels, I mean, they just look like bombs really in 1/12, not barrels. They look like little, something smaller, like the size of like a little whiskey keg or something like that. So,
Shinsuke Drunkamura would look great with that, Ted. As he just stares into the abyss.
Yeah, it's cool.
Well, I know my internet went out for a second. What did you say to me?
That makes more sense.
It does.
We were talking about the barrels looking smaller, like a keg in 1/12, and I said Shinsuke Drunkamura would look great.
Yeah.
Yes. Maurice also says, cool stuff. Any plans for 1/12 version at any point? I really need to catch up with your streams.
Yeah, so not immediately, Maurice, and a lot of people have asked me this already. And part of that is I need more capacity to do 1/12 really in any kind of meaningful amount, I feel. I have a few printers now. 1/18 is much smaller and doesn't require as much. I mean, it takes a lot of time already. I mean, quite a bit. But when you print in, especially multicolor in 1/12 scale, some of those prints, like something like this that might take, maybe 4 hours, 3 hours in 1/18 just for this piece, might take 9 or 12 hours in 1/12. And so I need more equipment. So we're going to stick with 1/18 for a little while, and we'll see how that does. And then maybe.
It's not a no. It's a maybe.
Yeah. And then Woody had the same question. So perfect. Got two birds, one stone there. Also, hello, Woody. Good to see you, friend.
And yeah, hello, Woody. As Fat Red pointed out, most of my stuff that I make by hand is 1/12. So, yeah. Normally in 1/12. This is the branching out into 1/18.
Oh, all right. It's Jay Gonzo says locked in. Punk says he's a shield to get free stuff.
Do it.
Rowdy Wilds, how's it going? Good to see you. He says hello. Punk also wants to know, can you put hella dope toy crates on the catwalk?
Sure. Why not?
HGC just purchased 2. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Patrick says, I think it looks great. How does spray paint take on this?
Once again, I try not to paint my 3D prints because craft paint is, it kind of scratches off a bit. I bet you, I haven't tried, but I would guess that like some Rust-Oleum 2X, any of the stuff that binds well to plastic would probably bind fine to it, especially with a clear coat.
I'll keep that in mind.
I don't know for sure, but I would guess. But I'm sure you could look up a video. There's got to be tons of stuff of people spray painting 3D prints. I'm sure the information's pretty easy to find.
And I think we already mentioned this, but I'll pull it up anyways. Emerald says it's going to come in handy for the Delta 17 photos.
Well, one thing I noticed from the pictures you sent, Radnom, was the color scheme goes hand in hand with some of those Delta 17 figures. Like they look like they were meant for that. Like you want a Delta 17 base. This is the playset.
Right. And believe it or not, that was by accident, but not. So you remember those consoles I made last year, handmade ones. Here, let me grab one real quick. I'm just going to run off camera. Isn't that professional? Hold on.
we're nothing but professional on this show.
Oh my God, I can't see anything.
It's a real Moss Man moment.
You gotta lift your hat up, buddy.
Oh, now I can't see nothing.
See, all my lights are unplugged. I got 3D printers plugged in everywhere.
I tripped over my little 3D printers.
All right. So these guys made last year. You will notice that the color scheme is a little bit close. It's gray, not black. But that's what I made the diorama with the turrets on top in. That's this color scheme. And then when I made a catwalk, it was this color scheme. And then I got some Delta 17 figures and I said the same thing. Man, that goes together perfectly. So yeah, I've had people complain to me in my live streams, jokingly, that can you make something another color besides this red and gray color scheme? But I love, look at this thing. See, these are 112, but these are handmade. But what's really cool about that also is I have all these models that I made from scratch by hand that I am working on trying to emulate those in the 3D modeling software. And I can use the things I made by hand on my live stream as a basis for making the 3D printed stuff. So it doesn't all translate exactly, but it's kind of a neat process. It's almost like backwards of what most people would do. I'm sitting there like smashing things together with bits of wood and foam. And then I'm like, well, let me use that as like sketching in foam, final in 3D. So that was a tangent, but there it is.
Nothing wrong with that. Punk says 15 sets already. Looks like someone's going back to work tonight after stream.
Dude, I'm feeling anxiety now because my printer over here stopped. Both of them are done. And I'm like, I feel like I got to get up and restart them right now, but I'll wait till after the stream.
Yes, we'll keep you updated. What was this? We got Ironic Bionic.
What's
Hey,
up?
Radon, been a while. Congrats on the dio. Looks pretty cool.
Thank you, man.
Patrick says Radon has already brought sexy back with that hat. Indeed. You just need a little staff.
I got one, but I'm not getting up again.
Do a little jig with it.
I already had my pajama bottoms on, so I'm sure that was something right there.
Yeah. A little quick little slip up, to make sure no one saw anything while you had to get up. Moving on. On to the next one. Hey, Candace says the next leap in 3D printing has been the cutting the time down.
Yes, so they've actually done that already. So things that used to take like 9 hours now take like 2 or 3. but then they've added complexity with the multicolor printing that pushed those back up to 9 hours again. So it's gotten faster, but yeah, it's a long road, but they've definitely gotten better.
This wonderful guy, Mr. Wonderful,
Mr. Hexastack.
Yeah, still waiting on my package to be delivered. Got some stuff back here that needs some stands. Just saying. Kenzo, how's it going, man? He says, "What's up? How's it going?
What's up, Kenzo?"
And then I say this last message for last because it felt like it needed to be last. From the one and only, it's Chad.
Oh, I don't have his music. I'm not like Laser Pants, right?
There, Chad will get a rooster. I'm wearing that rooster out today, dude. Okay. Radnom. What's up, Chad?
He's going to tear into that playset ASAP. Can't wait to see what you do with it, my man.
I think
Chad's good to see you, man.
That's right up his alley, I think. So I think he'll enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm sure, because he's putting back together his toy room after his move, which just sounds like an awful experience. I do not envy that.
Toys, man, that's a lot.
And then you get this lovely box from Radnom, and all you want to fucking do is play with it, but then you're just surrounded by toy chaos. So I know once he's settled, he's gonna put some love into that set.
Ironic wants to he needs that hat and glasses and the beard so he can cosplay as you.
That'll be funny if I ever see that.
I'm gonna grow my beard out. Yes, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna.
And I was thinking about shaving it for this summer because it's been 10 years, and I said 10 years ago I was like 10 years when I'm 45 I'm gonna shave my beard, and it's 10 years and it's gonna be a hot summer, man. It was already 100 degrees here.
So, that's too much for me.
But then I was like, man, I don't know if I could do it.
It's your signature look, dude. You can't.
Hard, man. It's hard to do,
especially for $500. I don't know, man.
Well, that's why it was so cheap, because it was. I've been thinking about it. Otherwise, it wouldn't.
Watch someone goes, "Oh, here's $500 right now."
It's gonna suck.
Do it live on stream. Mr. Wonderful, yeah. Me and Ted both put our order in. I don't know if like Shopify is having issues or something.
It's so weird.
You might want to look into that. They've been tending to have problems as you get more experience into Shopify. You'll realize that they have no clue what they're doing. So you may want to check your archives and see.
And just ship it. Don't check the archives. Just trust, and just ship it.
Exactly. And for the record, I was joking. I will not shave my beard for $500 on the stream. So I'm not shaving my beard right now. Just in case someone decides to do that. Now that you mention, I'm like, someone might actually.
What a tease!
Do not send that money. Buy some playsets, please.
Yes, $500 worth of playsets would be much better.
Cool. That's it for the chat.
Yes, sir.
All right. So now that we've seen what the playset is, let's take a look at what the playset can do for your displays and your photography. Shout out to A Punk with Toys who submitted all these photos for us. Very much appreciate it. Also, I probably stretched and butchered his pictures as well. So, you want to rant about it later, that's fine. Stretched your photos out. But this is the playset in full effect. We got quite a few pictures from Lawrence here. Just showing what you can do, and I don't know, Radnom, what are your thoughts on these pictures as seeing your work in action?
It's cool, very cool, and I don't have all these figures, especially once again those Delta 17 figures look really, really cool. That was the leader, right? The dude with the cape.
Yeah, I think he's the main villain. I don't remember.
Yeah, really cool. He had another pic that they were basically next to a vehicle, and I thought that was really neat. And something that was interesting with Punk, and you didn't see it. Yeah, Punk did this, and Oz didn't post them, but Oz did something similar. They both went to Star Wars immediately, which, obviously it's a very popular 1/18 scale line, but I didn't even think about Star Wars, which is crazy. that I didn't even think about it, but I just didn't.
Mhm.
But it definitely that works pretty well right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, yeah, this was one of my favorite shots actually, just because I don't know, it is creative and it just pulls you right back to that scene of Return of the Jedi, that final battle, and the Emperor's there and they're all just chilling, or even was it Empire? Maybe it was Empire where they were. I don't remember. But we got some more here using the computer terminals. So yeah, you can kind of just move these around, add your own things. He's got the barrel in there. I like this. I like this one. Yeah. Yeah. Just controlling the command center, This one was cool too because he used so much of his other stuff. Like this is world building right here, like
Yeah.
you took that play set and you kind of split it apart and you put other things with it and you just made this whole cool scene. So I like that. And we
Yeah,
have
that was the
this
one I thought that was really cool.
Closer view of it, and I like this angle a lot. Master photographer. So that's it for the 1/18th scale photos. But he was also nice enough to at least try to do some 1/12. So let's take a look at these. There's not as many of these shots, but if you're thinking, okay, well, I'm a 1/12 person and I still want to support Radnom because I think this is cool, there's some shots here. Let me find this slide button. So fighting Maximum Hulk there.
Yeah. With the hella dope crates all around him.
And then this is what you were kind of alluding to earlier, is just using the catwalk. And I think Lawrence said that those terminals in the back are your handmade ones. So
yeah, that's a 1/12 scale terminal in the back over there.
Yeah, but I mean, for just the catwalk itself, I think it's not bad for.
Yeah, I mean, it works. The stairs don't look completely goofy or anything for that scale, but the barrels could be considered like a small secure container of some kind, like some kind of, I don't know, electromagnetic lock on it or something, but magnetic containment field, warp core plasma. But yeah, the terminals, they're too small a scale for 1/12 unless you were trying to force the perspective, but it's not really meant for that. So
Yeah. So I don't know. How are you feeling about photography? Do you want people that are buying these to start tagging you in all their photos?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You guys too, I'm assuming. I'm assuming you want to be tagged as well, right?
I do love being tagged in other people. See, it gives me content to share that I don't have to do. That's what I love about those goddamn crates. I'm like, look at this cool toy photography with our crate in there. I could just share this. Boom. Hella dope content right there. I love you all.
Yeah, that was really cool. It really was. The whole thing with the crates, so many pictures coming in.
Oh yeah.
And it just, it makes you also feel like the sense of community of the stuff going on too with that, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a great first run of like kind of like testing the waters, like the crates did well. This is clearly going to do well. I mean, we've already moved so much in not even 15 minutes. I feel like it's just a great little collab to come with. I'm glad to be on the ride for it.
Thank you. I think, it's going to be good for both parties for sure. I think and the people buying them, I hope, enjoy them as well. Obviously, that's the whole point. But yeah, I'm being a solo person and I have a part-time job. Some people know I take care of my mom also. I don't have a lot of like dealing with the shipping and all that is just too much if I'm trying to make all the stuff. So this works perfect for me. I like the, and you guys have been good to work with before. So it's good stuff.
Yeah, we're all right.
Yeah, well, you're all right. I was talking to Aaron.
Yeah, it's mainly me.
Sorry.
Aaron is the charming personality type. All right. Well, we're going to talk about the important stuff because we've been kind of tiptoeing around this. So right now, there's 20 sets ready to go. Those sets are being shipped to us tomorrow. There's no mail, so and I know, getting to the post office isn't always easy for you with your schedule and whatnot. So
Right.
this is not something that's going out tomorrow.
No, you will. I will be sending them to Hella Dope at Friday at the latest, barring critical failure of major critical failure, and even then, some will go, but they'll all go. They should all go by Friday for the first 20 sets.
So by next Tuesday, theoretically, we should see it. We'll have it in hand. Check out, make sure everything is good, and they'll ship out after that.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's going to be the 20 starter sets. And again, if you guys are still watching and you're considering buying this, if you're buying it during this stream right now, you are going to get the bonus rail included in that. After this show is over, no more bonus rails. That's it. One-time offer.
The rail might be part of a future pack, but it won't be available right now. So, and I just want to point out that this thing clips on, so you can kind of put it anywhere you want. It kind of slides on there, sits on there pretty well. So you can definitely have lots of options with, whatever you want to do there. And it kind of...
Yes, safety first.
Safety first. There you go. Exactly.
So if we continue to sell these, there's going to be the replay. I know Fatrid is working the boards to kind of get that 1/18th community over onto this now that it's live. So once the 20 are sold out, they're going to pre-order. What is the pre-order timeline looking like? I guess that depends on how many we sell, but are you going to be doing these in batches of 20? Like, how's all that going to work?
So no, I won't. It's going to depend on how many that sell, but even if it sold which I would love, a ton that was more than I could make in a month, I will make what I can make in a month or less and then ship it to you guys. So I'm not going to ever leave it where you're just waiting for months and months and months to get stuff. It's always going to be, a few weeks out. So 4 weeks at the most, I would say, before I have a nice batch together. And I could probably, if we get to that point, I'm pretty sure, because I got the extra printer now, I can probably pump out about 80 to 100 or so in a month right now. So we'll be all right.
Okay.
And
that's with
how long?
Very interrupted sleep, but I'm okay.
How long is this going to go on? So maybe, today somebody is not able to make a purchase, but, next week, next month, or waiting for bonus check or something like that. How long are you going to keep this window open for purchase?
Yeah, honestly, currently I'm undecided on that. It's not going to be open forever, but I'm just not sure. I want to see how it goes for the next few weeks as some of the other people that we send stuff to talk about it and roll out their stuff. And we're just going to have to kind of play it by ear. But at the bare minimum, what's today's date?
30th.
At the bare minimum, it'll be open for 2 weeks, but it probably will be longer than that, hopefully.
Sounds good.
And then
what that means is start buying more.
Yeah. And then realistically, so you make all these, however many that ends up being. Mm-hmm. You talked about doing another set. What's the timeline for that? You talking fall or winter?
We definitely will do something before the around for the holiday season, but maybe earlier. We just got to see how this goes right now as far as the quantity. It's if it doesn't do enough, then we got to see. If it does awesome, then we got to see, because I'm going to have to buy a lot more printers to deal with it. So it just depends, but we'll definitely do something add on probably for Q4, I'm thinking.
And then I know you mentioned earlier, there are some things you want to add on. You got any teasers, any sneaky peeks of what could be in the pipeline?
I don't really have anything ready right now, but I'm looking at doing probably more complex consoles that would go along with this, and perhaps some additional styles of catwalk. We'll just leave it at that.
Okay. Let your minds run wild on what he might be doing.
Here you go.
Build anticipation.
Now you go live every Friday. Like, are you gonna drop any hints during those live streams?
Well, if probably yes. Do you remember that when I started making those other consoles, and one of you guys came by a few times? I think both of you did. And I think it was Ted that said, I feel like we turned Random into a sweatshop, because now I'm coming over here and he used to be frolicking and just doing random enjoyable crafts. And now he's just sitting there gluing hundreds of buttons on things for hours at a time. Well, this Friday, pretty much all I did was glue together catwalk playsets on my stream. So I was just gluing legs and gluing consoles together. So I think there definitely will be some crossover and some sneak peeks on there.
Awesome. You got to tune in Friday. You like stuff? What time do you normally go
on? Usually around, it's an ish time, but 10:30 ish Central Standard Time.
Okay. So I normally pop in at like midnight Eastern Standard Time ish.
Say hello and fall asleep.
No. That's Ted that falls asleep. I come in and you're getting ready to end.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I can't even make it to your stream anymore, dude. Like it's 8 or 9 o'clock and I am out.
My stream is very chill. It's not like, there's no agenda. It's very, very relaxed. People come in there and fall asleep all the time, and
it's the music, man. That's what it is. You get the nice relaxation music.
It's creative time for me too. I talk with the guys. We kind of come up with different things. We share ideas. There's lots of people. Ed's there, Fat Red's there. They kind of help other people out with ideas too, and it's it's relaxing. So I've almost fallen asleep a couple of times, but not really.
You're just live for 4 hours.
Super chats to wake me up.
Yeah. Have to send help, like Ed's gonna have to drive up to your house and make sure you're okay.
People super chat me when I run out of snacks. So I'm like, man, I don't have any donuts tonight. And I'll just it's fine. I'm like, all right, that's fair.
We're all gonna DoorDash you snacks through your live stream.
I'll take it.
That is an interesting thought, right? Like, if you could just start demanding your viewers DoorDash you shit, like, don't send me a super chat, just DoorDash me a beer.
Oh my god!
Well, not you don't want a beer. I want a beer, but
right.
DoorDash me beer, y'all.
Ted's intrusive thoughts are winning right now.
Yeah,
it's like stuck in Saratoga. I don't even like
some days it's like that. Yeah. All right, cool. Well, let's see what's going on with the chat again. I know there are more comments in there.
There's a couple. Robert says, have you thought about splitting that setup? Like, I could see people wanting multiple of the catwalks or multiple consoles, for example.
Yeah, so I did think about it, but I don't think we're going to do that for a little bit, because it's just simpler to do it all at one package. It's simpler for the number of SKUs and stuff for Aaron and Ted, and it's simpler for me also. There might be a time, speaking of time for medication for mom. It might be a time where we do sets that maybe have more focused part groups, but I kind of don't want to get into selling like onesie twosie of the piece individually, because it just makes shipping starts to get really eating into everything, and the fees and it just becomes not as manageable. So yeah.
I mean, for something like that, logistically, I mean, you would have to create enough to make the shipping worth it.
Right. I mean, like when
know?
you guys sell an item, you don't ever want to really sell like a $10 or $5 price point item. You want to sell at least like a $30 or $40 figure in order
I
to.
don't care. As long as I hear a cha-ching come through, I'm happy.
Okay.
We sold a clearance item for $8. I'm like, yes, another
Yes.
piece gone. All right. I mean, for us, it doesn't really matter. But I mean, I say for let's say logistically for shipping purposes, I mean, even to fill a decent sized box, like like a 12x9x4, you're looking at probably. My rough guess is probably like 30 consoles would fit in that box. So I mean, you would have to crank out like 30 at least to make that shipping worth it. So I mean, I don't want to. This is your world. Don't let me step into
Robert,
it. I mean, like,
I appreciate the question, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it in the future, but for right now, I'm going to stick with the set for right now.
There you go. Jeff says, if that playset was gray instead of red, it would look like the inside of the Star Destroyer.
Jeff, I had that conversation with Punk, same exact one, pretty much. But yeah, I quoted Henry Ford to him. You can have any color you want as long as it's black or red in this case. If I do another colorway in the future, it would be probably gray and black or some kind of like, on the other side that you might be able to use for like heroic versus kind of villainous looking. Sure.
And then, sidebar question then, like, have you thought about, like, I guess gray would probably be a good option to where, like, if someone wanted to paint it their own, like kind of like a blank slate type. Have you thought maybe somewhere future things where you would have like a set that's like, your design, but also a set that's kind of a blank slate where people can kind of get creative on their own way?
Yeah. So this is something that Fat Red mentions to me a lot, is doing stuff for the hobbyist community more than say someone who just wants to buy it and, display it. Maybe I just got to see where the response is right now. Once again, I'm just one guy. I don't want to be making 50 different offerings. I want to do a couple maybe at a time. So maybe it's a good thought. It is a good thought. And if there's a large hobbyist kind of interest in it for things like that, then, I'd consider it.
Trust Scream says, the crates are essential in his reviews.
Yes, shout out to Trust Screamer, who puts the hella dope crates in every single thumbnail and always has them in the background. It is always just really cool to see, like when I'm just scrolling through YouTube and like they immediately catch my eye, and
I love seeing them too.
I don't know. We're all very honored about that. And yeah, this is seriously like one of my favorite projects ever. Love these, and I appreciate all of you that have them. Putting them in your work. I think that's really cool.
Speaking of, Maurice says, speaking of those crates, can I get another set of them one of these days? Now we sat and talked, briefly. I mean, potentially somewhere down the road, a version 2 could pop up somewhere.
Yeah, it could. I may even have some that are in some stage of assembly, but there might be some.
Like the Random's got 3D printers going 24/7, and then Aaron's like, "Remember version 2 crates?" And Random's just like, "Fuck you guys, fuck you all the way right now."
You remember when your entire apartment was full of smoke and your air conditioning broke because you were running it with all the windows open?
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. No one's died from that yet.
Not yet.
I don't think. Don't fact check that, by the way.
Real quick, I'm just gonna throw this up. HGC is he's got a run Thank you so much for stopping in, and we always appreciate seeing you and your Mossman photos.
Indeed.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Indeed. Yes, but by the way, this was not a promise that he's gonna do it. Just saying, maybe somewhere we might be, we might talk about it some more.
Look, I have one, and that's all I care about.
No one cares about you, Ted. No one cares. Okay. You know what? Speaking of,
Oh wow. Amazingly peaceful in here all of a sudden.
right? Exactly. This got real quiet all of a sudden. Lunchbox Killer, how you doing, man? Good to see you. He says, what uppers? What uppers to you, my good friend? Patrick says your streams are more like Cheers with Bob Ross.
Okay. Yeah,
But
maybe.
only you don't paint happy little trees. You make happy little dioramas.
We do. We do we're okay with happy accidents though. So I do get that.
Kenzo also says fryers are awesome at Ratnom's place.
Thank you, Kenzo. Kenzo hangs out. We talk to each other about all of our current complaints with our 3D printing setups.
Nice. And then Patrick says definitely doing a shot. I think it was a shout out this Friday before your show.
Awesome. Thank you, man.
There we go.
Cool. That was super, super easy. And I think that means
his beard turned more gray in 3 seconds.
Yeah, that's great.
I think that means, fellas,
Uh-oh.
we get to wrap it up early tonight.
Wrap it up, baby.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love that. Radnom, what would you like to promote?
Well, I don't know if you guys heard about this or not, but I am currently selling a 1/18 scale catwalk playset on hellodopetoys.com.
Why didn't you tell us that?
Dude, be quiet, Ted. So if you order it during the this show right now, you'll get that extra railing piece included with it. The first 20 will probably ship to them. Will definitely ship to them next week to get out to you guys, probably the week after that. But any of them that you order during the stream will have that railing piece, even if they come a little bit later. Also, if you guys want to come and hang out on my Friday night chill stream, it's very chill and it's very crafty. So if you're into making dioramas, or if you just have some questions, you can come by, ask me, or ask any of the guys that hang out in the chat. Most of them are quite knowledgeable, like Ed, or Fat Red's there, but most of the guys are quite knowledgeable. And yeah, so I guess that's it. Or say hello to me on Instagram if you like as well. I'm actually going to start posting a bit more.
Briscoe wants you to promote where you got your hat at.
Man, I bought it years ago. I don't remember. It might have. I don't know. It might have been. It was either Amazon or eBay, I think. Or I bought it on hellodopetoys.com.
Yes, that was the first thing we ever sold.
Yes.
Patrick wants to know real quick: is it harder or easier to make crates versus play sets?
So the smoke with the crates is brutal. Play sets have 21 pieces that I have to print, and then some of them are assembled, glued, and the spares take some hammering. I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up. They're just different. I mean, I didn't think you can get high off super glue until I glued so much stuff the other day. I was like, I had to stop because I was like, what is going on? So yeah, it's all different. I think right now I'm digging the play sets though. I write those crates.
Ted, first off, Triple D's Dungeon says good evening. But do you wanna explain this?
So, Legend Series, he does his wrestling show through WWE 2K25, I think it is. I believe it's called the LSW. I might be forgetting a letter there. But all the channel members get to be on the roster. Once you lose your channel membership, which I did, you get turned into a jobber. So I imagine I either got dropped to like OVW or, or just jobbed out. But I'm back in the member squad, so all y'all better watch out. These guys take this shit real seriously, Aaron. They will fucking go from stream to stream and talk shit to each other. It is wild. And, our buddy Legend Series, Tony, he does a great job at commentating throughout the whole show and making it interesting. Yes, LSWA. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. But yeah, be sure to check out Legend Series and his show. And if you want to be on the roster, become a channel member for his channel.
Wilhelm has popped in saying hello, and he loves the playset.
Thank you, Wilhelm. Wilhelm's a big 1/18th guy for sure. So
he definitely is. And Briscoe wants to know, how many years of your life have you shaved off with all those fumes?
Try not to think about it, Briscoe.
Good to know. Good to know. And Teddy says he needs a rematch.
Hey, you take it up with the commissioner, man. Talk
fair.
to the general manager.
Dude, while we're here, I feel like I'm obligated on behalf of everyone and Lawrence, and I'm sure there's some other folks, to ask Ted, when are you going to make another Mossman video?
Yeah, Ted. When are you going to post this video? You're supposed to post it 3 days ago.
Literally right here on this monitor is the video. I am putting my heart and soul into editing this video, probably a little bit too much.
Right, because if you don't get enough views, you're going to feel horrible about it. You just kind of be snappy with it, Ted.
No, I tell Aaron all the time, like when I post a video, I'm like, here's the 236 views, 38 likes, 1 subscriber. And, if we beat that, I'm happy. I have this video that is literally taking up all my time. I've been working on it since 11 a.m. today, between that and doing show prep for today. And then I have another one that I want to work on. It's so hard to do Mossman and things right now.
Yeah,
and
the simple answer, Ted, is to integrate Mossman into this video.
I've also been debating moving Mossman and just giving him his own channel off of here. That's kind of just because of the way that the videos we're producing are going to be. The Mossman doesn't necessarily, it's confusing. You subscribe for one thing and then you like, what the fuck is Mossman? So he might get his own channel. And we'll see how that does. That'll give me a better idea of how much effort I want to put into it. But Mossman's alive and well inside of me. I love him.
So Ted, watch that channel blow up bigger than ours.
Right, it might. It might. It would I bet you it would on TikTok. Although no one's going to know who Mossman is because they're all like 10 years old. But if you make a Mossman short, like do the shorts in vertical format, and you use the Mossmobile, you could do a collab with me, since you're using something I made, and I will put you on my channel, even though I haven't been using it as much, so I'm not getting as much traffic because I kind of took a break for a while. But you'll still get more than 236 views if you do that, quite a bit more. So maybe you will feel a bit more validated in your Mossmanness, your Mossmanliness.
And
are you getting a Mossman OF?
Maybe. I also like I like doing it when my wife and child aren't home, because when you do Mossman, you really got to get into it. Like, you got to be loud and proud with it.
Right.
So whenever I'm doing this
on
and
my
they're
channel,
here,
raunchy, Ted. I'm just going to throw that out there. I got to remember that part. No, nothing too crazy.
but I hear them laughing at me upstairs, not because like they're making fun of me, but they just hear Mossman coming through the floorboards and they cry, and it just distracts me. I just like recording when nobody's here. But you're just downstairs in the living room watching TV, and then you hear, "Oh no!"
I feel like that's a meme right there. Just Mossman's "oh no" wafting up through the floorboards.
Yeah. Now it's I don't know. I fucking suck at dealing with this stuff, to be honest. I'll get better at it, maybe one day. I think I've been saying that for a year now.
You just look. I can't. I don't like making videos that much either. It drains me. It's got to be one thing or the other. I would rather make stuff than make videos. If I try to make videos of making stuff, it makes the making stuff much more difficult.
Yeah.
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 Maybe if I had a lot of room, in a proper setup where I could just hit one button and the camera just start recording and then edit it later, that might be better. But...
Yeah, I don't mind the editing. I hate the recording. Paint. It's just that I don't have it's a hassle. I don't like doing it. But Aaron, what would you like to promote?
Outside of what we've already promoted, the Playset is live on the website over there. But we did get some goodies in. Travis, your wrestling figures are still waiting for you, so you pick a date when you want them. Well, then this here Invisible Skeletor.
No way.
Has arrived. The rest of the wave is supposed to arrive late next week. So get ready for that. I think it's Buzz Off and Frosta are all getting ready to ship to us. So if you need Invisible Skeletor, you know where to hit the button at.
That's exciting. I love that. Cool. That's all you got, Aaron?
That's all I got.
All right. Well, next week, Aaron, it's just you and me. A lot of crazy stuff has been happening in the toy world lately, especially with Diamond and some other things. So I think we're gonna maybe talk about what's going on with this Diamond aftermath and how that affects us. So tune in next week for that. Also, if you want to get the railing for this playset, you got like one more minute to get to helladopetoys.com and buy this. On top of that, I don't know how many we've sold at this point, but we were close to hitting 20. So if we sell out, you're on the pre-order list now, but you'll still get your railing if you buy it right now. Right now.
Doesn't sound right, but go on.
I've probably gotten 10 to 12 emails over the course of the year about this stupid Arctic bats being pushed to June and then August and then November, and then they said February 2026, then it was June 2026. Yeah, I at this point, it's not. I don't even know if it's going to come out anymore. Like, I just wish they would just make up their mind. If they're not going to do it, then don't do it. Like this is probably the biggest question that I've gotten the most of recently is, when is these Arctic bats going to arrive? I have honestly no flipping clue. Like they've moved this date more times than a woman waiting to get having her baby. Oh, it could be this week. It could be next week. We don't know. So yes, right now they say fourth quarter 2026 is the scheduled release date again for the re-release of Arctic Bats, and then it's going to get pushed to 2027. Then it's going to be 2028, and then Hasbro's going to be like, "Oh, yep, no, sorry, we're not going to do it." So you made us wait 3 years to say you're not going to do it. But hey, I could be wrong. Maybe they just randomly show up, because that's kind of what they do. I love seeing my bank account get drained and then a box show up 4 days later.
You just walk up to McDonald's to buy a breakfast burrito and your cards decline. You're like, what's going on?
Oh no, it's even worse, man. Because like this account, I only use it every so often, and then I'm gonna pay a bill. It's like, yeah, that didn't go through. I'm like, what do you mean it didn't go through? There was money in there this morning. No, they decided to charge, $600 worth of crap. That I forgot that we even ordered, because like that's how backdated a lot of that stuff is they back ordered so much crap, and they go, oh well, we got some in, we figured you want it, so we're gonna ship it to you now. Thanks, because I had no clue you got it. Because it'd be great to get a little email that says, hey, these are the items that just came in, we are preparing to ship, so then I can go like, oh well, maybe I'll just give this money to this account because that's where I want you to take it from anyway. But no, you don't get that.
Just snatch it. Give me that.
Oh yeah, it's like 6 a.m. too. Like when I'm sleeping.
the joys of our jobs.
Mm.
All right. Well, if you guys want to follow Radnom, his links are in the description below for YouTube and Instagram. Go hang out with him every Friday night at 10:30 p.m. ish. What are you, Central Time?
Yep, that's
Central?
right.
So for the rest of us in the real world, it's like 11:30 ish, Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
I'm the greatest salesman. Thank you very much. Okay, I can sell Eskimo ice. Damn it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I believe that is going to be this show. Next week what?
What exactly? One thing I just wanted to mention before you wrapped it up completely, Ted, was I want to reiterate, even though we mentioned it before, if you are buying any of these sets, please, when you post your pictures, tag me, tag Hella Dope in that, so we can kind of get the word out, keep the buzz going with this, and I would greatly appreciate that. And now I will leave Ted uninterrupted as he wraps it up.
Longest wrap-up session ever.
We're trying to buy people time to get those last orders in.
Yeah. It's only been an hour and 20. That would have been sweet, dude.
We'll be back next week. Love you all.